Way up north, north to Alaska. Way up north to Alaska. North to Alaska. Go north for Russia's home.
Also, as Debbie mentioned, we've got many reference books on board. As we get started on our trip here, we're going to kind of cruise out through the middle of the port, then swing over to the north shoreline ahead of us to our right. That'll lead us out through the Valdez Narrows into what's called the Valdez Arm. And then that'll take us out to the south side of Glacier Island to a place called Point Bullhead. And then from there back up into Columbia Bay, where we'll view Columbia Glacier. Off the right ahead of us there are stellar sea lions swimming through the water. Keeps what we can set up there. Looking off the right-hand side, you'll see several busted trees there. I mentioned earlier how we get a lot of snowfall here in Valdez, once again averaging 360 inches of snowfall. At times we can get large amounts of that snow in a short period of time. In fact, this last October, on Halloween, we got 52 inches of snowfall in less than 24 hours. And when that happens, that snow becomes very unstable, especially along these steep hillsides. And those broken trees are a result of an avalanche.
Bald Eagle under Anderson Waterfall.
We monitor all the traffic here in the eastern portion of Redwood South. If there's ever any opposing traffic, such as tankers or a tanker, a cruise ship, whatever the case may be, vessel traffic from delegated to transit this area first. Flying out here also. Oh, huh? A bunch of puffins out here right now.
puffins.
Crystals, various sizes of these crystals, very densely compacted together, making up these pieces of ice, or they're so dense that they don't allow all the light from the light spectrum to penetrate it. The only colors that can are the blues and the greens, so we'll actually get a refraction of those colors. And with the clouds blocking out some of the sunlight right now, they'll actually block out a lot of the ultraviolet rays from the sun. It will intensify this blue appearance that we get. Now, as this piece is exposed to the air for a period of time, that air will start to break apart the crystals and soften up that ice, and then it'll get this white appearance, as we'll see on these pieces coming up ahead of us. Columbia Glacier is the second largest tidewater glacier in North America. It covers almost 500 square miles of area and wraps up through the Chugach Mountains, just about 21 miles in length. Kind of heads off in a northeast direction towards Valdez. Anyway, for some reason Columbia Glacier remained here in its terminal moraine until the early 1980s, and then started moving off of it again at a very catastrophic rate. At one point, this glacier was losing in excess of 80 million tons of ice every day. Right now, it's losing between 10 and 30 million tons of ice daily. Now, right at the face of Columbia Glacier, it's as much as 300 feet above the surface of the water, but it's as much as 1,200 feet below the surface. So the majority of the ice at the face is calving off from below the surface of the water. That's why we get such large pieces here. Big pieces simply break off and float up to the surface. They don't have the impact as it would if they're falling from above the surface, splashing into the water. So as these pieces maintain their enormous size, eventually making their way to the terminal moraine here, then they get grounded.
Then we can close them up.
Watching the boat ahead of us here to the right, the Orion. They're just pulling the last part of their net on board. Might see them haul some fish on here. They're just down the last part again, as I was mentioning earlier, what they call the money bag, where the fish are. See several splashing around in there. One thing you'll notice with the crew, look at all these guys are all in full rain gear, even on a sunny day like today. Now the reason for that, if you look closely in that net, you're going to see there's many red jellyfish. And red jellyfish will sting you very bad. So even on a sunny day, these guys have to wear full rain gear to protect themselves from the jellyfish. Now you can see them just getting ready to pull the last part of their net on board there. There it goes. Look at all the red jellyfish inside that. Pretty fortunate for us to catch up just in time to see him pull those fish on board. See the fish splashing around on deck there. Looks like how low they're sitting in the water there. They've got a pretty good load of fish on board.